Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Samuel. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Victor the Analyst. So today we're going to be talking about social media analysis. So in this video, we would be looking into the different demographic. The users are 1,000 users, and they will distribute them into different demography, which have to the demography by the gender, by the salary group, by the location, by the age group, and their profession. So in this our child visuals, we can see that we have a lot of users coming from the students, and we have a lot of users coming from the 18 to 27 age group, and the next is the male use in the social media most. So now this data set is just a is gotten from is a generated data. It's not a live data, it's a generated data just to simulate a real life scenario. So we actually did a behavior analysis to check. We did a behavior analysis for 18 to 27. So this is what we're going to be doing. I did a report for 18 to 27. This is a behavior, so we can actually check the users. They make use of smartphone. Say 63% of them make use of smartphone, and we have a high volume of people using TikTok, and they spend enough time to watching videos. But for YouTube, they have the same number of people, the same number of people watching TikTok, and the same number of people watching YouTube, but they spend lesser time on their videos in YouTube. Why Instagram, they have lesser number compared to TikTok and YouTube, but they spend much time on TikTok, on Instagram videos. Now, to the rest, we have the home too. They have high numbers of users, but they spend less time on videos. So we can actually see all this. So from here we can, and their peak time is 2 p.m. Their peak time is 2 p.m. and so that's it. So this is what we're going to do. This is just talked about their behavior. So let's go back to the dashboard, and I'll take us to the effects analysis. So in this our analysis, we are going to check the correlation, that is the relationship between productivity and addiction level. So we can actually see that the when productivity is high, the addiction level is low. So there is a negative relationship between them. And in the analysis, you can actually see that the joke and memes, the joke and memes carry a lot of users. As users actually go for this. So this is what we're going to do. So in a nutshell, this analysis is just trying to check their users based on different demography. You check their behavior, and we actually check the effects. So from the effects, we can actually see that users that are addicted to social media, they are likely to be have a low productivity. So that's it. And the data here shows us that there is a negative relationship, that meaning that if you are addicted to social media, definitely your productivity level will be low. So let's get to the business of today. So I'm going to go to my new, I believe that we all have Power BI now. I will not go in depth to explain the Power BI interface, because this is not the first time I'm putting out my video online. So we are going to go to get data to get our data. So I'll select this, and I'll click on, let me see, then I'll click on open. So I will drop this the data in the URL in the video description. You can download it and follow through as I'm doing this. Yeah, so this is going to take us to Power Query, where we're going to do what we call, we've done the extract, so we want to transform the data for us to now load it into Power BI, which is extract, transform, and load. So I'll click on transform data. Now we are here on Power Query Editor. Now this is our user ID, this is the age, this is the gender, this is the location, the income. Do the user have debt, yes or no? Did they own salary, true or false? Profession, the demographics, and just like that. So we are going to break our data into different tables, but let's just start from here. So the user ID, let's check if there's any duplicate there. We'll go to the home, we check column profile. So let's check column profile to check if there's any duplicate there. All right, no duplicates. Let's uncheck this. So for the age, so we're going to, but first of all, let me come here and rename this to fact table, fact table. Enter. All right, so I would right click here. I want to duplicate this, so let's duplicate and rename this to age underscore table. So I select my age, right click and say remove other columns. Right click here and I'll say remove duplicate. All right, so I'll go to add columns, but before that I will need to check what we have inside here. We have from 18 to 64. Good. So let me go to add columns and I'll do conditional column. So let's rename this to age group. So I'll change it to age should be lesser than equals to. I'll change this to 27, 18 to 27. So how did I get this number? What I did was I used to subtract the lowest number from the highest number. So the number I would get, I would divide it by the number of interval I want. For in this case, I divided by 5, that which is 64 divided by 24 divided by 18. Sorry. So the number I will get there, I'll divide it by 5. So that's it. So this is going to be 28 to 36. So we have 45, we have 37 to 45. This is going to be 54, 46 to 54. Now let's rename this to 55 to 64. Yeah, so it's okay. So I'll change my data type to text, then my back to my fact table. All right, I'll leave the gender that way. So we don't want this column. It's not going to be part of it's not going to be part of our Stop. I'll remove this. I'll leave the profession. That's going to be part of our demography. So I'm getting an error here. Okay, let me do something. I'll remove this. Okay, change this to text. Then I'll remove. Okay, good. Now the profession. Let's check what is inside here. So this, we are so lucky the data is actually cleaned, so we don't have any issues. Okay, good. Now we have the platform. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Time spent, the video ID. So now let's look at this. So this is our video category. We all know that one video shall actually have. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, for me in this video ID, I think there's an issue here because the video ID should represent the video and the video category. Like take for example now, this is a prank, is a video category for this video ID. Okay, we'll try to do something so that we can understand what I'm trying to say and bring this up like this. No, not this one. Okay, let me come down a little bit here. Okay. Okay, try and check something out. It's not bringing it up, but nevertheless this video ID should actually represent. Now the video ID will represent our video category, so we're going to break that out. Let's duplicate that. So the video ID, let me just select this and just say no, remove others, column, right click and I say remove duplicate. So I'm creating a new video ID, which is this. My index will be from 1. So rename this to video underscore ID. Alright. So for the video ID, I'm going to remove this. remove. Okay, so I need to link back to this, go back to my home, then say merge query, merge queries. So I would select this, go to this, and then no, I will cancel here first. Go back to this and do some changes yet. Rename this to video underscore table, meaning that one video ID represents one video category. Remember that. Okay, yeah. Let me see this. From what I'm seeing here, okay, that many video ID represents one video. Okay, that's the number of videos. Okay. Alright, let me go to the view, column provide, video ID. Two, 5, 7. Let's check for 257. 257. So you can see that one video ID represents many video category here, which is very wrong. One video cannot represent many video category. It has to be one category, because like just saying that one video, which is have to be like one video will now represent 3 categories, is actually wrong. So we're going to, that's why we deleted this and created a map, just do a video ID to the video category, because one video cannot represent many video category ID, cannot relate to many video category ID here. Alright, so we're going to link back to our fact table. So let me just cancel this feature, and let me remove this person here. Right click and say remove. Alright, so I'll do a merge. Go to home, merge queries, I'll select this. I'm going to my video. I'll select this. I'll click on OK. So let's just expand this. I'll check this, uncheck this. I want my video ID, and I'll click on OK. Okay, good. So I'll come back here. Let me change this to be text. So back to my, so here with text too as well. Okay. So this is the video length, this is the engagement. We don't want the engagement, we didn't add that to importance level. We'll leave that, I'm spend some number of video watch, frequency, productivity lost. So let's rename this to this is productivity, not productivity loss, productivity satisfaction. Okay, and we have productivity table, so we're going to duplicate this, rename this to productivity underscore table. All right, let move to the productivity, select this, right click, and I say remove orders, right click, and I say remove duplicates. Okay, good. Now let me go back to this and see how I conditioned this person, and go to the productivity table. This should come up. Okay, yeah, there we go. We have the 1 to 3 is mid, so 1 to 3 is mid, 4 to 6 is moderate, and 7 to 8, 9 is strong, and 10 is extreme. Okay, now let's go back to this. Okay, back to my Power Query. I'm going to do add column, conditional column. I'll do productivity range, underscore range, change this to productivity, change this to less than equals to, I change this to 3, I change this to mid, R clause, I change this to less than equals to, then this one will be 6, and I'll put this one to be moderate, less than equals to, that means something 9, then I'll put this one to be strong. So that means that I'm saying that if our productivity is less than or equals to 3, make it to be 9. So any data from 1 to 3 that is 0, 1, 2 to 3. I'll have mid. From any data from 3 up or to 6, I'll have moderate. So the next one I'll write the last, I'll write extreme, which is the 10th. Extreme. I think I got that right? Okay, click on OK. So I'll change this to text. So there's no point merging back because we have productivity in our facts table. In the video we didn't have productivity there, so that's why we actually have to measure back. So let's do for salary as well. We're going to group our salary and our age. So we're going to create a new table for that. So let's do salary underscore table. Hit enter. So where is my salary? So here's my salary. Right click, I'll say remove orders. Right click on it and I'll say remove duplicate. So to repeat salary, let's go to conditional column. So before that, let me just cancel this and just check something. So I have it from like the lowest is 2138 and the highest number is 99675. So I would, all right, I'll make use of this. I don't know if it's gonna allow me to go back to Power Query. No, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. So let me just use my calculator to do that. So if you have your calculator there with you, you can just use your calculator to do it. So what we want to do is we want to subtract the minimum from the maximum to get our variance. Then we divide our variance by the number of beam we want, which is we're going to use our beam is 5 or so. So we have 9965675 minus 20138 equals 2. Yeah, divide it by 5. So get this. So did we divide by 5? I think here we did. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 5. So that's gonna be 15900. Let's represent it to 15900. So let's keep this aside and cancel this. So let's go to conditional column. So we name this to salary group. So the name will be income, operator will be less than or equals to, so this value will be, now we have the lowest, which is 20,138. So let me copy this. Alright, cancel. So we have the first one, which is 20,000. 1 3 8 plus, now hit enter. So I have it to be 30 36, that is 2138 minus 36 045. Okay, that's gonna be 36 045. So it's gonna be 20k to 36. Okay, let me just remove this k here. 36k. Yeah, so the next one changes to, so then let's add our value to this, what we have here now, plus contribute, then let me hit equals to 360451952. So I have the next one should be 51952. So this one's gonna be 37 to 52k. So I'm approximating that to 52k. Now the next one, add close some changes to, so let me add plus, so I'm getting 6780 67806 53 to 68k. Add close. Okay, let's add contribute, that is 83. Okay, this is 83 883 83 767 767. This is 692 84k. Yeah, so the last one is plus, okay, 85 to 100k. Now that's the last one. Click on OK. Now let's change this to text. Now we have the age table, we have the video table, we have the productivity table, and we have the salary table. So it remained the addiction table. Now let's go back to this and get our addiction table. Addiction table. And now this is our addiction level. So let's just right click this. I will say duplicate. Okay. So rename this to addiction underscore table. Alright, so I would just go to the addiction column. I'll just go to the addiction column and addiction column. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? This is it. I select this. Right click and I'll say remove other columns. Right click and I'll say remove duplicate. Alright, so I'll go to my conditional columns. Now addiction group underscore group. So let me change this to addiction level 3. This is mid. This 7. This is should be 6. Moderate. Nine. This is strong. Then we have the last one, extreme. I'll change this to text. Alright. Now let's go to, let's see if the columns that will not be needed, I'll just have to remove them. So I will not be needing my scroll, though I need it, but we don't need this in this my analysis that we're going to do. Okay, let's hold on this now. So now we are done with our cleaning. Just left us to wait. Let me do something. I'm back to the watch time. I'm going to change this to time. Change this to time. Hey, no, cancel. Not duration. Cancel. This is gonna be time. Time. Then you just close and apply. So I'm gonna minimize this. I don't need the calculator for now anymore. Alright, here we go. have load we have done our cleaning and transformation. So now we want to start doing our analysis. So what we're going to do is that we're going to check what influences our productivity to come down. What can influence productivity to come down? Which productivity? What can influence it? What are the parameters? So now let's think. Addiction level is one of it. So let's see if there's a. Let's bring out our key influencer visuals. We're going to check that. Then let's expound it up. So the first one, which is analyzed, is the parameters which you want to check, which is our productivity. We're going to put that there. We're going to check what influences productivity to decrease. Then we'll add our addiction level to the explain by. So from here we can actually see that addiction level goes up. Okay, you see when average of productivity level decrease, then the addiction level goes up by 2.11, meaning that if the average of productivity level decrease, and once the productivity level decrease, the addition level goes up, meaning that for when the addition level is going up, definitely the productivity level of the users decrease. So that's what we got from this our analysis. So we are going to plot a scatter plot, which is going to give us a relationship between our productivity level and our addiction level. But before that, let's just close this up, or we can just create a new page. Let's just create a new page. We'll leave this as that and just rename this to overview, or just say demography analysis demo. Let's change it to demography analysis. All right, so let's start bringing our visual. So I'll use this one as my prototype. Let me go to my report. I'll use do control click here. So I'll use this one as my prototype. I want to know the number of users based on gender, number of users based on salary, and number of users based on location and age group and the profession. So I'll start from the gender, number of users based on gender. So I would come back here. This is a donut chart. All right, I'll bring that down here. But before I proceed and populate this my chart, let me align my canvas properly. So I'll click outside here, then come to this point and click format your report page. Then from there you go to the canvas settings, you change this align to align middle. Yeah, that's good. Comes to this point, now you close this your filter. Now you have this. Good. Now the next thing is that I want to populate this person here. Now let's go to the user ID. You drag the user ID to the values, but before that, let's create a measure for this. I want us to create a measure. Now let's click on this to create a table. We want to create a table where we'll fix in all our measure. So I'm going to rename this to measures, and I'll click on load. Okay, now let's close this here. Still loading. All right, let's proceed. Now we'll populate. We want to create a measure. So let's come down here and close this table. Let's close this table. Close this table. Now I have my measure here. I'll right click here and I'll say new measure. So I want to get the total number of users. We're going to use measures to get that. So don't worry, we are new to DAX. I'm not going to write something complex. You're just going to flow through as I'm writing it. So my DAX is going to be total users. So I like to put underscore here, underscore users, which is equals to count rows for our table. Then I'll close my bracket and hit enter. All right. All right, let's bring in the total users to the values. Then we'll bring in the age. No, that's not the age, gender. For me to get the gender, I'll go to my fact table. That's where I have it. I'll come down to the gender and then drag that to the legend. I'll drag to the legend. So we have this. Now let's move to the next one. The number of users per salary group. So I'll select outside here. Let me look at the charts we used. Okay, this. I'm going to bring in yeah, this is when we use cluster bar charts. I'll drag down here. Drag down. So I'll select the age table. I'll bring the age group down to the y-axis. then go to the measure. I'll drag total users into the y-axis. So good, this will we have. So this one is not arranged chronologically. You can see that the age is actually different. It's arranging it based on the number of users. The higher the number of users, like 18 to 27 has the highest number of users, followed by this age group. But we don't want that to happen. You can see that from 46 to now, it's supposed to be this is supposed to take precedence of arrangement. So click here, then take sort by. We want to sort by age group. Click it back again. You want to sort by ascending. So we have this. Good. Now let's proceed to the next one. Now we have the location. Now for you to bring out this your location, I used a map. I'll bring the map out. So let me go to my file for you to bring out, start using your map. You go to the options and settings, go to options, now let's go to the security. We'll get us in security. So you're going to check this ArcGIS for Power BI. You check that, and you check this as well. Check the 1 and 2. If you probably this one is not checked, you check this one too as well. But this is the two parts you should check. Just check these two. Then you click on OK. Then you have to restart your system. For me, this is already checked. I don't need to restart my Power BI. Sorry, you're gonna restart your Power BI. I don't need to restart my Power BI because it's already there ready. So, and I can make use of it at any time. So I'll select my map. Let me come to this point. Let me see which of the map I actually worked on. Okay, select this, the visualization. Okay, this is the map I used. So select this. We're going to drag this down here. So let's bring in the location. Let's close this tab. How about location? Let's look for location. Okay, yeah, it's in my file table. So my location, I'll drag that into the location field. So it's going to come up, and I'll drag the number of users, which is this. The measure, I'll drag this into the bubble size, so that would bring it out. So we have this. Cool. Then I'll drag let's close this. I'll drag in my location from the first table again. I'll drag it into the I can't find my legend. Okay, this is my legend. I'll drag the location into the legend. Okay, there we go. Fine. Good. I think we're making progress already.